Through These Doors is sponsored by Shields.
They're out there. You'll find them spending countless frosty mornings crouched in blinds, fishing endless misty bays, charging up steep hills, pushing their bodies to the limit. They rise before dawn and get home past dark. No one is born a Shields expert, but it's as if some are born to be one. Shields, they have to be experts out there before we call them experts in here.
Excellent. Keep hanging out right there. You look great. Very good. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Those were great.
Thanks, Parksy.
How'd your first picture day go?
Well, it was fantastic. I had Gord show me the way here and went right before me. Looked pretty spiffy, and I just tried to follow what he did.
With regular season games at a premium, the University of North Dakota men's hockey team traveled to Western Michigan last weekend. North Dakota is in a battle to host the first round of the NCHC playoffs and is on the bubble for the NCAAs. This weekend, however, was one where the Fighting Hawks didn't gain any ground. UND scored first on Friday night. Deflects out in front of the net, cleared away from there, and here's Olsen back. 2-on-1's got Gardner, feeds Gardner, he scores! But a pair of Western Michigan goals in the second period stymied the Hawks. UND's Cole Smith tied it in the third. Cuts to his left, feeds one down the middle, here's a shot, a deflection, and a goal by Smith! However, the Broncos would answer back and added an empty netter for good measure.
We're putting together some good efforts and good games here and falling short. So just something you got to battle through, and it's hockey. Anything can happen. So we're not too worried in there. We got a team, we got a skilled team that we know what we're capable of, and we're not too worried about these losses.
On Saturday night, North Dakota could not score in the first period, while Western Michigan gained a 3-0 lead. UND blitzed the Broncos with 49 shots on goal, including a 34-7 edge over the final two periods. Shane Gersich and Austin Pagansky cut the lead to 3-2. Here's Jost to Gersich across the line. He shoots and scores! Jost back for Besser. Far side, Tucker Pullman, a shot, he scores! But UND never had an equalizer. The loss left UND coaches and players scratching their heads, wondering what it'll take to unlock the requisite offense needed to consistently win games as the postseason approaches.
It's tough, and obviously it sucks at a time of the year when the result matters more than how you play. And our team just has to keep playing like that, and play like that down the stretch, and we just got to believe in ourselves.
I really thought we played like a team that definitely could win a national championship. And I know some people may take that and think I'm being blunt or think I'm trying to get our hopes up, but that's just truly what I believe. And I was really proud of how we played. I thought we definitely played like a different team today, and that's good to see. So we can only go up from here, and the bounces are bound to come, and we just got to keep working hard like we did today.
Gage, Ausmus, Matt Hrynkiw. While only 2 in number, this year's senior class will likely go down as one of the most important in school history. The class didn't start so small. 7 fresh faces joined the UND hockey program in the fall of 2012. Some have transferred, some have hoisted the NCAA championship trophy. Some have already played in the NHL. All are forever part of North Dakota. Ausmus, the 2-time captain and leader for last year's NCAA title team, may seem like the serious type. His teammates know otherwise.
He's funny. I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good guy to have in the locker room, but I mean, he's also a guy that you love hanging out with around the rink and outside of the rink too. I mean, he's been a guy that you can definitely look up to. I don't want him to be hearing this because it'll go to his head too much. And
Gage is probably one of the best storytellers I've ever met, just because he likes to exaggerate things quite a bit. But
his animations and his voice, he can change it into just about anything. He can not mock guys, but kind of like change into their personality and makes the story 10 times better. So it's really cool to kind of see that.
It makes the stories that much more funny, and you know, he's got a ton of them. So we love listening to him.
He always does this stupid thing where he skates around, and if you have one hand on your stick during practice, he like knocks your stick and tries to knock it out of your hand. He thinks it's hilarious, but it's not that funny.
I remember just kind of meeting him for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's kind of scary. He's a senior, and he had the beard and everything like that." And then once you get to know him, that's not the case at all. He's a big softy, and you find that out pretty quick, even though he likes to portray that he's a nice, tough guy. But
growing up too, if guys were a little quiet around him, he'd try to get them to open up and just be friends with everyone. So he's, I'd say he's kind of been the same, I guess, growing up and everything.
You know, another thing he likes to do is spark debates and spark arguments. So, you know, he's good at arguing. He's good at manipulating guys, and you know, he's just an enjoyable guy to be around.
His offensive ability isn't his strong point, but he still pulled it out a couple times this year. But he's tough, he's strong, he's a good leader defensively, and has taught me a lot over the last 2 years.
Hrynkiw is known for being quiet and smart, the rock for this year's team, and likely found studying.
It's you know, everything you look for in a teammate. You know, obviously the first couple of years he didn't get much playing time, and you know, obviously coming in last year, his junior year, and doing what he did, you know, he just gained that much more respect from all of his teammates. You know, he's a guy that comes to work every single day and he prepares for games like he does practices. You know, he's committed, and you know, it's what the North Dakota hockey program's all about. And you know, he's a great teammate, and it's been good to know him for my 3 years here.
You know, I have to say it's just his work ethic and it's his attitude. You know, regardless if he's, you know, starting, backing up, third string, he's always brought the same mentality, and that's something that's never changed. And you know, he's a guy that wants to get better every day, a guy that loves coming to the rink, you know, regardless of the situation. You know, it's very inspiring. It's inspiring to see. I'm lucky to have such a good partner, and you know, a guy that's very supportive, a guy that pushes me to be the best and to continue to work harder and continue to get better. So
I probably learned more in all my hockey days in this year from Matt than I have with any other person. So I mean, he's a special kid. He's really smart. He's good in the classroom. He works hard, and he's someone to have who's really good in the dressing room too. I mean, both those guys are leaders, and Matt, even though he's a goalie, you don't hear about goalies being leaders, but I mean, he is for sure. And yeah, he's a great guy to have in the locker room, and he's always the first one on the ice and the last one off. So yeah, he's a pretty special person for sure.
So he says a lot of words that the guys don't necessarily use on a daily basis, and you know, we give him some crap for that. But
it's honestly kind of embarrassing just being a part of some of his conversations, just because he just degrades us so much because he is so smart, and half the time I don't even know what he's talking about just because everything's just way over my head. So I mean, a lot of it's pretty comical sometimes, but again, it's good to have him in the locker room. And
they put so much time and effort into this program, and all the hard work. You only see it out there on Fridays and Saturdays, but all the time and effort that they've put in has kind of gone unnoticed, I think, and that's something that I think fans should notice and take value in, I guess.
With 2 weekends to go, UND will look to its leaders and celebrate its seniors this weekend against Omaha.
Yeah, well, not only for the senior weekend, but for our team, it's huge. Omaha is a good team. We got the better half of them this year, but we're going to be ready. They're going to come into our building and play the best game they can play, so we got to be ready.
Yeah, as a team, we need wins, but I mean, those two have put a lot into this program, so obviously we want to reward them as much as we can, and there's no better way to do that than get a sweep this weekend.
buckling down and getting 2 wins. It's the bottom line. You know, they've put so much into this program. You know, I think the right thing to do to pay them back on senior weekend is get a couple of wins against Omaha.
You have any idea what you're doing? Oh yeah.
At least he's not like General where he goes out at an angle and tries to cut it. Like this. Cuts parts of stick like that. I'm like, oh.